What's the word, YouTubers? Sierra Celeste back with another video. Bad girls like it tough. Don't you wish you could roll with us? Lots of haters can't get enough. Welcome to the Bad Girls Club. Bad girls. And we back with another. Okay, so today we are back with another story time, but you already know the vibes. Follow me on Instagram, Sierra.Celeste. Follow me on Twitter, Sierra Celeste. Too, baby, you already know the vibes. Period. Okay, so today we got a story time for you. We got a story time for you. There's a lot of things in this story time, so I'm gonna need y'all really like pay attention. This is gonna be the time I had a close friend. We're not gonna say best friend because, you know, a close friend that was like a pathological liar, like a manipulator, like just like weird, like the definition of weird. Okay, so boom, rewind, y'all. We gotta rewind it. So to my sophomore year of college, you know, everything just happens my sophomore year. Actually, no, take it back. My freshman year. So my freshman year is when I first met this girl. So if you guys watch my video of the time that I got played, if you watch that video of the time I got played, this is the girl from that video. So in the video of the time I got played, her name was Snake. So we're just gonna keep her name as Snake. So my freshman year, I met Snake. You know, I was going to school. I went to school in a whole nother city. Didn't know nobody. My first semester, I didn't really have no friends for real of my freshman year. Then second semester, I, you know, started meeting people, started meeting like the black girls on campus, started getting cool with everybody. One of the girls that I met was my best friend, and still my best friend to this day. Like, shout out to you because you watch all my videos, true supporter. Like, then I met her, and then I met Snake through her. So Snake had a lot of friends, not gonna lie. Snake had a lot of friends. She knew a lot of people. So when I met her, I met like hella other girls or whatever. When I first met Snake, we didn't really hang out that much. We just kind of kicked it from time to time, okay? Then so my second semester of freshman year, we did this thing called Stroll Like a Alpha, which is basically where like the fraternity Alpha Phi Alpha, they come in and they teach like all the girls who want to do it like how to like stroll and how to step for like a competition. So that's when I really started getting close to her and stuff. And I would peep, like, you know, people feel things like when I first peeped some things, I peeped that she used to cap a lot. Like, I didn't really know her, but you can just tell like when someone is capping. But I'm like, you know what? We're freshmen. We're trying to fit in. Like, we're hanging around upperclassmen, so I can dig it, you know. So, but then I started hanging out around her some more because, you know, we was always around each other. And there was one instance where everybody was mad at me, but I didn't know. I'm walking around here like having a good old jolly time, and people was talking about me. We was having a movie night in someone's room. We was having a movie night. So it was a bunch of girls, and it was like 2 football players. So we're laughing, watching movies or whatever. Somebody asked what movie you want to watch next. So I wanted to watch Scary Movie 2. So I was like, oh, we should watch Scary Movie 2. Everybody get to laughing and kikiing. And basically what happened was there was this girl there, her name, so we're going to give her a name. Snake's roommate. We're going to call her Flower because her name is like a flower. So we're going to call her Flower. So she's there. And she has something wrong with her hand. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not like everybody else's hand. There's something wrong with her hand. So when I said, oh, we should watch Scary Movie 2, they get to keying because they think I'm trying to like throw shade or something. Because, you know, if you watch Scary Movie 2, you know that old white man that's like, oh, take my strong hand. Help!
Here.
Oh.
Take my hand.
Ah.
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Take it. Take my hand.
Like, y'all know him. Y'all know him. Y'all know the movie. So, but that's not what I was trying to do. I wasn't throwing shade. I didn't even know Flower. I wasn't even trying to throw shade at all. But the football players, you know, they get to joning. They just get to going in. So then it kind of looks like from the outside in that I was like throwing shade, even though that's the only thing I said. But, you know, the football players is really going in. But, you know, they don't get mad at them. They get mad at me. So Snake was going around to everybody and kind of like,
oh, did you hear what Sierra said? Did you hear what Sierra said?
Like, kind of like getting in everybody's head, thinking I'm this bad person talking about Flower when it wasn't like that at all. So one day I came into the dorm and it's Snake and it's my best friend. And my best friend at the time, she was just like my regular friend. She's not talking to me, like giving me silent treatment and stuff. And so I'm just thinking like, okay, like what's going on? So Snake ends up leaving and I'm talking to my best friend like, you good? Like, what's, like, is there a beef? Like, what's the problem? And she tells me what Snake told her. And I was like, no, like, I had to set it straight that that's not even how it was going down. So then after that, we got cool. But I only let her know the real story. I didn't tell everybody else. I didn't go to everybody else and tell them, like, that's not what happened. So everybody's still low-key feeling some type of way. Fast forward to my sophomore year or so. Get to school, right? So we're cute, you know, we got our hair done, nails done, we're kind of popping a little bit. Like, we was with Snake a lot more, so it was kind of like we was a trio. Like, we was close. So if you watch the story time of how I got played, when I first got to school, I started dating this football player. My best friend also started dating this football player, and then Snake started dating several football players. So mind y'all, Snake also had a boyfriend. So the day that my best friend, she's talking to the football player, you know, they getting their Mac on or whatever. So then he asked my best friend for her phone number. So my best friend at the time, her phone was dead. So she's like, oh dang. Snake comes out of nowhere and is like, here, you can put it in my phone. So at the time, we're not really thinking, you know, nothing too bad of it. So he's like, okay. He gives his number to her. So then when my best friend gets home from the event, she's like, oh, okay, let me charge my phone. Let me text Snake and get the number. So she texts Snake, get the number. And Snake, you know, kind of beating around the bush, not really trying to give the number for real. Ends up getting the number like mad late. Gives the number and it's a different area code. So we're like, because I was like, we could have swore he was from here, but whatever. And then she realized that it's not the right number. So she presses Snake about it, and then Snake gives her the right number. So in our heads, we like, okay. That's a little off. Like, I could see if you gave her like 1 digit off on accident, the area code off on accident, but the whole entire number is false.
Oh no, security.
So my best friend, she's like telling me the story, and she's showing me the number that she gave him, and it's like a California number. And mind you, we're in Missouri, so I'm like, what? So I'm looking at the messages, and then I see my name. It says sometimes I'm Sierra. So of course I'm like what are y'all talking about? So these are the messages between my best friend and Snake. So Snake goes on to tell my best friend that she was gonna take my dude from me.
Call the police.
Y'all, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? So basically what happened was the night that my best friend met old dude and got the number, they, like, after the event was over, they went somewhere and just wanted to talk. So I peeped, you know, my friend wanted to get her a little Mac on or whatever. So I'm going to, you know, dip. I'm going to go somewhere else. So I hung out with another group of friends. Now, Snake, on the other hand, was plotting. So of course she's gonna want to go with them. She's cock blocking. She was a third wheel. My best friend's trying to talk. She's talking over her, like really like some weird, like really weird type stuff. The day that I left and I didn't hang out with them, that's what she was referring to in the text messages. So she's like, if she, in the text messages said,
if Sierra keeps hanging out with her other friends, I'm gonna take Ben from her.
So if y'all watch the story time of how I got played, Ben is the name I used for the dude. That's not his real name. But she was like, I'm gonna take Ben from her. So I looked at that message like, take him? My dude? Take him? Ah, okay. Like, I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're about. So I go in the group chat with all three of us, and I'm like, hey, I think we need to have like a little sit down and talk or whatever. So the next day, I press her. She comes to my room. I press her about all the little things she be lying about. Because she used to lie a lot, y'all. Like, she used to say, how she would hang out with another group of girls all the time, and they were like, if you know these group of girls, they were like very well known, but they always be with each other. So when she said she'd be with them, I'm like, do you? Because I ain't never seen you with them, and like they don't be with nobody for real. But she's like, oh yeah, like I always be with them, blah blah blah. And I knew it was a lie because one weekend she said that she was with them. One of the girls was out of town, so I'm like, how are you with them and they out of town? Like, whatever. So I'm pressing her about the lies or whatever, but she's very quick on her feet, y'all. Like, words is coming. So she's, everything I'm saying, she's like, oh no, it didn't happen like this, blah, blah, blah. So she's able to like switch out her words. But when I pressed her about the messages, she did not know, y'all. She did not know that I saw the messages. So when I was like, okay, whatever. But what is this about? I seen that you told my best friend that you're going to take Ben from me. If I keep hanging out with these other people, you're going to take him from me. And when I said that to her, she was like literally mouth dropped, y'all. She did not know I saw the messages. So she looks down and then she looks at my best friend and she knew she was set up. And after that, I don't know. I really don't know what was her excuse. But after that, I cut off. I really messed with that nigga at that time. So like, girl, don't try it. Don't do it. Don't try it. So after that, I really stopped messing with her for real. Like, but my best friend was still cool with her. So I would always be like, oh, if she's around, like, let me know. Or if she's coming with you, like, let me know. Because I wasn't going to be there. I didn't like her. The only times I would really be with her for real is if I like needed a ride or something, because you know I didn't have a car at the time. So fast forward to when we fell out with her completely because we realized she was a sneaky bitch. So if you watch my story time of how I got played, you know that Ben, you know, took the cookie. Basically, like I let him take my virginity or whatever. Stupid. So the day he cut me off, I was livid. So I was like, best friend, come over. She came over, but she was already with Snake. So she brought Snake with her. So I was just like, oh my gosh. So Snake comes. I'm telling them the story. I'm telling them what he said to me, blah, blah, blah. But I'm so angry. I'm so livid. I just say it. I'm like, okay, and yes, we did it. Like, we did it. You know, whatever. So, but I'm thinking this is like a share circle, a true circle, whatever. Because my best friend starts spilling the beans. Snake starts spilling the beans. What she been doing. Like, you know, so I'm thinking we got each other's back, whatever. Wrong. Stupid. So that night, she went to her roommate, Flower. She went to her roommate's room and told her my business. Her roommate told her best friend, and then it just became like a domino effect. And at this time, Flower already not feeling me. She already don't like me because of what she thought that I said, because of what Snake put into her mind. So then her best friend, Flower's best friend, also don't like me because of what she thought I said. Now, whole time, I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know that anybody had animosity with me, any beef with me. But the beef was growing passive aggressively because Snake is going to everybody and putting stuff in their mind. So Flower's best friend, we gonna call her Jay. We gonna call her Jay. So Flower's best friend Jay, she don't go to our school. She went to, I don't know what she did. I don't know. She was just always up there. But she was always around. I met her one time. Nothing, no problems, cool vibes. We went to the hair store. I even sat in her car. Like, it was no issues. So Snake would always talk about Jay. She would just always say like little things like how Jay would overdress, because mind you, Jay doesn't go to school. She didn't go to school at the time. So when she would come to our school and come to our events, she would dress up, you know, and we're like, we go to this school, we know these people, we're not gonna dress up like that, you know. So she would dress up and she would just do a lot of like be very extra or whatever. So Snake would always talk about her. I didn't know Jay to even talk about her, so I didn't care. Whole time Snake is going to Jay and telling her that I'm talking about her. So all the things that Snake is saying about Jay, she's flipping it and saying,
Oh yeah, did you know Sierra said this about you? Did you know Sierra?
so she's flipping it. So passive aggressively, Jay is starting not to like me because she thinks I'm talking stuff about her. Whole time I don't even know Jay. I hung around Jay one time. Then she already don't like me because she think I'm not cool with her best friend. So it's just a lot of build up. So fast forward to Halloween night, all of our friends, it's a lot of animosity that night because it's all this like he said, she said, or whatever. But we still go out, you know. We go out to Central West End and we go to like this Halloween festival, and then we go get food. So Jay the whole time she being real arrogant and like, I'm not gonna put anybody down, but if I see something I don't like, I'm gonna call it out, you know. And like I feel like her friends was used to her being very cocky and arrogant, but that's not cute to me. It was one time we was at like this little like cookie place or whatever. I think it was Insomnia, and she was like,
Hey guys, can everybody stop their conversations and just look at how beautiful I am?
and I'm looking like, girl, like, I mean, you're okay, but like, you're not top tier. Like, calm down. Like, what are you doing? So we had went to go get something to eat, right? They want to go to this nice, expensive restaurant. So then we sit down, looking at the menus or whatever. My best friend, her funny ass, she looked at the menu and said,
Excuse me, waitress.
and the waitress like, yes. She's like,
I think I had the wrong menu. Can we get the menu with the prices on them?
and the waitress says, that is the menu with the prices on them. My best friend said,
Oh no, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
and I was screaming, y'all. But my best friend, she don't want to eat there. So that's my best friend, so I'm gonna go with her. So we leave, and then there was another football player. He was real cool with us, so he leaves with us. When we left, we could tell that they was mad that we left, but they still sat there and ate. We came back, and it's like so much animosity at the table. So we're sitting there, whatever, and then Jay comes, and she says,
I would personally never ever eat with you guys ever again.
and she's real bougie. So when she said that, I was like, her nose was up in the air, like she would never sit with our type of people. So I looked at her. Everybody's used to her acting like this. I don't like that type of stuff. Like, humble yourself, sis. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at everybody like, nobody gonna say nothing. Like, so I said, oh, that's fine. And then she looks at me and she said, who told you to speak? And I said, don't nobody gotta tell me to speak. Like, what are you talking about? So then me and her start getting into it. We're arguing back and forth. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I was getting choked up when I was arguing because I'm just like, she was coming for me, and I'm thinking like, why is she coming for me so hard? And I low-key don't know her, so I don't know her business, so I can't really be like, oh yeah, that's why you this and that. Like, I don't know nothing about her, so I'm just like, I don't even know you. Like, I'm thinking in my head, I don't even know you. Why you coming for me so hard? But she's coming for my throat, y'all. Then she stood up. Okay. You want to stand up? Let's stand up. Mind you, we are at a white, expensive restaurant. So everybody's looking like, oh my gosh, you know? We're going back and forth or whatever, arguing back and forth. She's calling me broke. She's really going in on me, y'all, because I didn't want to eat at the restaurant. So then my friend, the football player, this is a different one. This is like, he just came and he tried to like back it up or whatever, and he tried to like basically separate us. So you know how people want to get tough when they get separated, of course. So when he separates us, she is like,
Oh, that's why you effed the nigga that didn't care about you.
and when she said that, it was like, boom, 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 like that hurt. Like anything she said, broke, whatever. I was like, girl, whatever. But when she said that, I was like, if 2 + 2 is 4, and 5 + 5 is 10, what the fuck is it? How do you know my information? And of course, she was referring to Ben. I look at my best friend. My best friend said, "Oh, I didn't say it. I didn't tell her." Okay, believable. Next, I look at Snake, and Snake's like, "Oh my gosh, like she really just said that, like she's really like confused. Like she really didn't think sis was gonna air me out like that." Yep, you did it. I look over a little bit and I see Flower, and Flower is hysterically crying. Like I'm talking about like sis ran from the table, nowhere to be found. So I'm like, I started looking at the whole table and I realized everybody knew.
Damn.
Everybody knew my business and I didn't know. I only told 2 people. I told my best friend and I told Snake. But everybody at the table knew my business. Jay didn't even go to our school. So it's just like, oh, okay, Snake. I see you. I see you. Okay, now let's get it started. Now we got to go back and forth because now you got me messed up. I felt betrayed. In that moment, I felt betrayed. Like she really got me. So after that, I cut off all ties with Snake. Like it was no me even looking at her way. Like I was not messing with Snake the whole time. And Snake, of course, she's lying and she's telling everybody like, oh, I didn't tell her that. I don't know how she got that information. Sis, like I only told 2 people. My best friend even cut her off too. So she was really mad about that. Like Snake, she really felt some type of way because we was all cool with her and then we just cut her off. So I feel like she was like, I don't know what she was doing, but she like found ways to F up our lives. Like she really got evil. So remember how I told y'all my best friend used to talk to a football player, right? And when she tried to get the number, Snake came out of nowhere and took the number. So whole time that all this stuff is happening, Snake still has his number and Snake is texting him. Snake is texting him, right? So Snake is texting him, and over time they're like texting more and texting more and texting more. So I pressed her, like kind of a little passive, just like, girl, why you always texting him? Like stop texting him. This is when we was cool. I was like, why you texting him? She's like, oh no, we just text about the best friend. We don't talk about nobody else. Like that's all it is. So I'm just like, okay. She wouldn't stop texting him. So then I go to the dude, the football player, and I press the football player. I'm like stop texting her because you don't need to be doing that. Like I just knew something wasn't right and you don't need to be doing that. And then so he starts making excuses. Like he starts making excuses why he don't want to stop texting her. So I'm looking like, what? So fast forward to, you know, after Halloween, we fell out with her or whatever. I'm in my dorm with my other best friend. We chilling, cutting up, making videos or whatever. And I get a DM on Instagram. And it's from Jay. And Jay sends me a video of the football player, Snake, in the bed. Football player don't have no shirt on and it's dark. So I'm like, what's going on, you know? Jay, she's recording. She's like, oh, I'm gonna send this to them, y'all. I'm gonna send this. She got the phone. Snake is like, oh, don't send that to them. Like, really, like, playful. But she's like, girl, don't do that, whatever. She sends us the video. I'm like, because I knew something was going on. Like, I knew something wasn't right. So I texted I go over to my best friend's dorm. I'm like, did you see the video? Did you see this video? My best friend's here, y'all. She wants to fight. She's trying to fight. Like, she's getting her sweats on, tying her hair up. She's trying to fight. Whole time, Snake was manipulating Jay as well, telling her stuff. So then probably like a month after that, we find out that Snake and the football player are dating. Like, in a relationship. So this is only a month after that we fell out with her. And she, remember, she used to always say,
no, we don't text about nothing. We just text about the best friend. That's it.
but now you're in a relationship with him? Okay, sis. But you know the saying, the way you get them is the way you gonna lose them, baby. So guess what? You thought he was gonna be faithful to you, sis? You really thought he was gonna be faithful to you? You was there with my best friend through all the arguments with him, everything that was going through, everything that they was going through, and you thought he was gonna be faithful to you. When we found his Tinder account, we found his Bumble, or was it Plenty of Fish? One of them. He had like two dating apps. She would always post him, but he would never post her. She would always pick him up because she had the car. And it's like, girl, he was cheating on you too, sis. Like, don't be over here like you got the prize or something. Don't do that. Not gonna lie, that low-key was like kind of like embarrassing. Because we was like, they knew us as the three friends. Like, they knew us as the friends. They knew my best friend was talking to him, and now she's talking to him. But it was just a lot of like grimy stuff that she would do. Like, I had ended up finding out that so Ben, he got back together with his ex-girlfriend. She tried to befriend the ex-girlfriend to try to like get back at me. She would try to put her friends on Ben, try to get them to talk to Ben to get back at me. And so I think she ended up dating him for a little bit, but of course, you know, they broke up or whatever. He was still trying to get with my best friend. You know, you thought that was your nigga, but swoop, just the way you get them is the way you're gonna leave them. Stop playing with us. Like, karma really comes back. And then she had this one close friend. He was also on the football team. He was a guy, and he really vouched for her. He really was like going, you know, to the end of the road for her, and really just thought she was telling the truth or whatever. And he tried to come at me crazy at like a football party, and he was drunk, not gonna lie, but he was just trying to tell me all these things that like basically what I was wrong and she was right. So the next day, you know, I pressed him with my best friend because she was closer to Snake than I was, so she know more of the lies. So she's like, okay, you vouching for her, but did you know she said this about you? Did you know she said this? Like, bringing up receipts. Like, she's lying on you too, baby. Stop playing with us. Me and my best friend, I think some people kind of saw us as like messy. They labeled us as messy or drama people. But like, the thing I had a problem with is Snake would throw stones and hide her hands. So she would be like the master manipulator. And then when you press her about the situation, she would act like she don't know what you're talking about, or she would lie. If you watch Bad Girls Club, Julie, she like manipulated everybody like little puppets.
Dreaming sweet dreams of slapping hoes in this house, and I am awoken by that beautiful sound that I love.
You a punk ass bitch. Get the out the pool.
Yelling and fighting.
Get the out the pool. Get the out the pool and do something.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to make popcorn, but I head outside to watch the fight that I've created unfold.
And that's how she was. Like, that's why Jay has so much animosity towards me. Jay doesn't even know me. Has so much animosity. We was finna fight. Me and her got into it one time after that. And then she ended up transferring schools, and a majority of her friends transferred schools too. And then so we just never heard from her after that. I saw her at two parties. The one party I saw her at, I had just became Greek. So your girl, Nuck of You Buck came on. I'm over here strolling in her face like, boom. And it was just like, it just felt so good because we would always talk about Greek life. Like when we was GDI, we would always talk about Greek life. And she would say how she always wanted to be Greek and stuff. And she went to the extent of lying, saying that her mom was a part of a D9 sorority. And she was telling everybody this. So one of the girls on our campus that was actually in that sorority, she's telling her, oh yeah, my mom is a so-and-so, whatever. So the girl's like, oh, what chapter? She's telling her the chapter. The girl actually looks up the chapter, you know, lineage, and she's looking up for the mom and cannot find her. Why? Because she was lying, y'all. She was lying. Because I know she was lying because my best friend went to Snake's house and they was like kikiing with the mom, and my best friend's asking her about Greek life, asking her about her sorority. The mom, she says, girl, what? I don't do that devil stuff. She's talking about sororities. She's saying I don't do that devil stuff. She's not in a sorority. You're lying, sis. You're really lying. Like, what? I just didn't understand. She lied and said she was from the hood, y'all. She lied and said she was from the hood. She lied and said she was from a certain street that was like known or whatever. A nigga come over that is actually from that street, presses her from that area or whatever, presses her and asks her what street you from. She talking about, oh, I don't remember. How you not remember? How you not remember what street you grew up on? You don't remember? Like, you're really lying. Like, you're really lying. You're really lying. She really lied to us and told us that the same dude that pressed her about the street, she used to like him. She lied to us and told us that he put his hands on her. And so we're a group of girls. So we're like, what? What? We're like hype. Like, you know, really mad. Like, why would you put your hands on her? Blah, 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 blah. She told us that they was about to like get nasty or something like that, and she didn't want to do it, and so he pushed her out the room, and he pushed her from the door to the hallway. So the door is right here and the hallway is right here. Like, if you've been in like a college dorm, you know them hallways big as hell. She said her shoulder hit the wall. She said her shoulder hit the wall. That she went from the door to the hallway. So when we get in front of him, he's asking her like, you going around saying I put my hands on you? Because they actually had people like asking about it. She's like, oh no, I didn't say that. You did push me. He's like, I didn't push you. Like, if he did push her, he said it was a little love tap, little playful, like nothing like boom. I cut off all ties with her. Like I said, I seen her at them 2 parties, but that was it. And we don't be with her at all. Like, that's not my type of people. We don't get down like that. But if you like that video, you already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Sierra.Celeste. Follow me on Twitter, Sierra Celeste too, baby. You already know the vibes. Period.